Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Well buddy, he'll be Warriors' sixth man. Steve Kerr says he looks the part if Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr wants Buddy Hield to spark his second unit this season, then that's what the jovial 31-year-old sharpshooting Bamian 2 guard will do. He indicated Sunday, whatever Steve needs me to do, just play my minutes and play at as high of a level as I can, be the best teammate I can be on and off the court, Hield said Sunday after a preseason victory over the Detroit Pistons, during which he converted 4 more three-pointers. I just enjoy playing here. Everything we're doing, it's new to everybody too, learning new players, but I'm up for the challenge. Whatever Steve wants me to do, I'll go there and I'll be effective, based on what Kerr said Sunday before and after Golden State's victory at Chase Center. It's reasonable to believe that Hield will be engineering offense for its second unit. K noted before the game he expects Hield, a career 40% three-point shooter acquired by the Warriors this summer in free agency, to be on the court whenever the NBA's career leader in three-pointers Stephen Curry isn't. After the game, when he was asked about Hield operating as a traditional scoring sixth man, K said he looks the part, doesn't he? He comes off the bench and you can feel his impact immediately. He's not shy and we need that. We need a scorer off the bench and he's been fantastic these first 4 games. I'm really excited about Buddy, and that role makes a lot of sense for him. More for Warriors sink Pistons with latest torrent of three-point shooting with Steph Curry. Draymond Green absent. The Golden State Warriors crushed the visiting Detroit Pistons in a 111-93 rout powered by Warriors' Andrew Wiggins to make preseason debut Tuesday against Lakers in Las Vegas. The Golden State Warriors expect Andrew Wiggins to play his first game of the NBA, as he's tinkered with lineups through 4 preseason games and several practices since training camp began. Kerr has utilized the in-gear guard-like lighter fluid for his secondary lineups. He's empowered to shoot, be it when spacing from the corner, sprinting in transition, or bending around screens. Hield's response so far for the Warriors in 4 games operating as a reserve: 12.3 points in 16.8 minutes, converting 13 of 22 from three-point range. Warrior center Tracy Jackson Davis response to the impact Hield is making so far with Golden State: he has a flamethrower. Obviously he puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Shooting the basketball in this organization is something that always translates pretty quickly with him. He makes great reads. He knows where to be on the floor. Warriors hit with massive injury news ahead of Lakers game. The Golden State Warriors will play without second-year guard Brandon Podmski on October 15th against the Los Angeles Lakers in a preseason game in Las Vegas. Warriors coach Steve Kerr told reporters following their October 14th practice that Podzamski suffered a broken nose. NBC Sports Bay Area's Monty Pool. Podmski is being fitted with a mask. Kerr added the 21-year-old guard sustained the injury in their 111-93 rout of the Detroit Pistons on October 13. Podmski was at the receiving end of an inadvertent elbow to his face from teammate Tracy Jackson Davis in the third quarter. The injury is a massive blow to Podmski, who is vying for a starting spot in the Warriors' backcourt. In 4 preseason games, the 6'4" guard averaged 8.3 points, 4.5 rebounds and 4.5 assists. With Podmski out, the Warriors would return to the D'Anthony Melton Stephen Curry backed Caring in their starting lineup. Melton has the inside track to get the starting spot next to Curry, according to ESPN. Kerr raved about Melton's two-way skill set, which complements Curry in their backcourt. Melton and Curry look great together, Kerr told reporters on October 5th. They just look for each other. D'Anthony is a really good shooter and a playmaker, and he gets in the mix on everything. Defensively, I'm a big fan of Anthony. KH has been experimenting with different lineups in the preseason in a roulette-like fashion to see which combinations fit best among those vying for the other starting gig in the Warriors' backcourt. backcourt. Podomski is the only candidate who has previous experience and familiarity with Curry. Last season Podomski supplanted Klay Thompson in the starting lineup because of his impressive play, but Kerr said he prefers Podomski to play with a traditional center rather than in small ball lineups where Draymond Green plays center. Brandon is a good fit playing with that frontline curate of Podomski. When you have that front line you need that playmaking to go along with Steph's shooting. Brandon, he's gotten really good. Curry likes the versatility of their roster even without a clear-cut star as his running mate. We have options, Curry told reporters after the first day of training camp. We have a defensive-minded guy like Melton. You got a guy who is kind of a connector, can put the ball on the floor and create like BP me and BP star. Ted, a couple of times last year Golden State's Brandon Podomski suffers injury. Warriors rumor and roster tracker. October 14th. Man in the mask after breaking his nose. Brandon Podomski will not play on Tuesday versus the Los Angeles Lakers. According to Steve Kerr, the second-year guard must wait for a mask to suit up for the Golden State Warriors. He said Stephen Curry, Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins will play on Tuesday. Podomski averaged 8.3 points, 4.5 assists and 3.3 turnovers in the 2024 preseason. The Warriors refused to trade Podomski in the offseason as they envision a long relationship with the young guard. Considering the injury, Podomski should return as soon as he receives a face mask. October 14th. Curry in a cast during Friday's preseason went over the Sacramento Kings. Stephen Curry jammed his finger and headed to the locker room for the rest of the night. He did not play in Sunday's win over the Detroit Pistons, although luckily that seems to be more cautionary than anything. Curry was recently spotted wearing a light brace around his pointer finger, although X-rays are reportedly negative, so the injury is hopefully not serious. Curry's status is officially day-to-day, but it would not be surprising if he sits out the final 2 games of the preseason, which will both be against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. October 10th. Draymond Green putting physicality to use for those tired of Draymond Green going on his podcast immediately after a game. They are receiving a break somewhat as the Warriors enforcer has an affinity for proving his status as a physique player. It's fitting he's talking about the NFL once a week. Fox Sports insider Jordan Schultz and Green will air Why Is Draymond Green Talking Football with Jordan Schultz every Thursday via Instagram, live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Those who know me know I've loved football since I was a little kid, Green said in the press release. To this day I love watching football even more than I love watching basketball. A very fun part of this show for me is getting to see the inside work of an insider that I don't often get to see as a player. I'm excited for people to hear our diverse perspectives coming together to talk football. Green is a busy man nowadays for the Warriors' sake. Hopefully he can keep up with all his obligations. October 5th. Warriors vs Clippers preview. The Golden State Warriors are in Hawaii for training camp and on Saturday open with a preseason game against the Clippers. The afternoon tip-off will likely not feature Clippers forward Kawhi Leonard as he is ramping up, but for the Warriors side it could be all hands on deck for the Steph Curry lead squad. -1 Andrew Wiggins has been dealing with an illness in camp and will not play on Saturday. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Stephen Curry? Leave our opinion in the comments.